Do you think you know which cars are really fast? Prepare to have your perceptions challenged. We live in a world where speed is often misjudged by flashy exteriors and roaring engines. Today, we're going to debunk some myths, shattering the illusions created by those shiny paint jobs and aggressive exhaust notes. We'll be unveiling a list of 5 cars often deemed as fast by those outside the car enthusiast circle. So buckle up and hold tight. Dive in as we explore these speed machines one by one. First on our list, the iconic Ford Mustang, a symbol of American muscle. This car is often seen as a paragon of power and speed, a beast on wheels that leaves others in the dust. But how much of this is fact, and how much is a mere illusion cast by its aggressive design and roaring exhaust? The Mustang, with its reputation, is often thought of as a high-performance machine. But let's take a closer look. The standard Mustang comes with a 4-cylinder engine that produces around 310 horsepower. That's respectable, but it's not going to win you any drag races. It takes about 5.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. That's swift, but there are plenty of cars out there that can do it faster. But let's not forget the Mustang's handling. Some might argue that it has a rear-wheel drive layout, which is excellent for drifting and high-speed cornering. However, the reality is that the Mustang is a heavy car. It's not as nimble as some of its competitors, and it can feel a bit unwieldy at times, especially on tight corners. The overall driving experience, though, is where the Mustang truly shines. It might not be the fastest or the most agile, but it has a certain character. The roar of the engine, the feel of the wheel in your hands, the way it responds to your commands. It's all part of the Mustang experience. It's a car that's not just about speed, but about the joy of driving. So, is the Mustang as fast and powerful as many believe it to be? Not exactly. But does that make it any less of a car? Absolutely not. The Mustang is more than just a machine. It's a symbol of freedom, of the open road, a testament to the enduring allure of American muscle. The Mustang might not be the fastest, but it certainly has a character that's hard to ignore. Next up, the Dodge Charger, another American icon often seen as a speed demon. This 4-door sedan carries an aura of high-speed chases and muscle car heritage that can sometimes overshadow its actual capabilities. The Charger is often associated with a raw, unbridled power that seems to promise breakneck speeds. But let's take a closer look at what's under the hood. The base model comes with a 300 horsepower V6 engine. It's not exactly a slouch, but it's not going to leave supercars in the dust either. In fact, the Charger's 0 to 60 mph time is around 6 seconds for the base model. That's pretty quick for a family sedan, but it's a far cry from the sub 3-second times of true performance cars. What about the top of the line Charger, the SRT Hellcat? With a staggering 707 horsepower, this beast certainly seems to live up to the Charger's speed demon reputation. However, despite this impressive power output, the Hellcat's 0 to 60 time is still around 3.5 seconds. That's quick, no doubt, but there are plenty of cars that can match or even beat that time. The Charger's handling characteristics also leave something to be desired. While it's a fun car to drive in a straight line, it doesn't exactly shine when the road gets twisty. Its size and weight make it less agile than smaller, lighter performance cars. But here's the thing, the Charger's appeal doesn't lie solely in its performance figures. There's something about its aggressive styling, its rumbling exhaust note, and its sheer presence on the road that draws people in. It's a car that makes a statement, and that statement isn't necessarily about speed. The Charger may not be the quickest, but it has a unique appeal that keeps enthusiasts coming back. Coming in third, the Subaru WRX, a car often associated with speed and agility. Now, the WRX is a name that resonates with many, often evoking images of rally racing and thrilling high-speed chases. What's more, it's a name that has become synonymous with the term performance car in the minds of many. Yet, When we dig a little deeper, we find that the WRX's reputation for speed might be slightly overstated. Sure, it comes with an impressive 268 horsepower engine, but when you compare it to some of its competitors in the same class, it doesn't exactly stand out. There are a handful of cars out there that offer similar, if not better, power outputs. The WRX's acceleration times are another point of contention. The car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds, which, while not exactly slow, isn't earth-shattering either. Again, there are other cars in the same category that can achieve similar acceleration times, and some can even do it quicker. Then we come to the handling. The WRX does offer a unique driving experience, with its all-wheel drive system providing excellent grip and control. However, some critics argue that the car's handling can be a bit too stiff, making it less comfortable to drive on a daily basis. All of this is not to say that the Subaru WRX is a bad car. Far from it. The WRX has a lot to offer, from its distinctive styling to its powerful engine and its all-wheel drive system. It's a car that can provide a lot of fun on the right roads, and it's certainly capable of giving you a thrill. But when it comes to pure speed, it's worth noting that the WRX may not be the fastest car on the block. It's a performance car, yes, but it's not necessarily a speed demon. So, despite its reputation, the WRX isn't quite the speed king that some might think it is. The WRX may not be the fastest, but it's a car that offers a unique driving experience. It's a car that's more about the journey than the destination, and sometimes that's more than enough. So, fourth on our list, the Audi RS7, a car that looks fast standing still. This German-made powerhouse is a sight to behold with its sleek lines, aggressive stance, and a promise of performance that few can ignore. But does the Audi RS7 live up to its reputation? Let's find out. The RS7 is no slouch in the power department, boasting a 4-liter V8 engine that produces a staggering 600 horsepower. This is a figure that can make even the most seasoned car enthusiasts raise an eyebrow. But horsepower isn't everything, and this is where the RS7's reputation starts to waver. With a 0 to 60 time of just under 3.5 seconds, the RS7 certainly won't leave you wanting in the acceleration department. However, this is a statistic that several other cars in its class can match or even surpass. So while it's fast, it's not exactly the fastest. As for handling, the RS7 offers a smooth and controlled ride, but it's not quite as nimble as some might expect from a car of its stature. High-speed corners can feel a bit cumbersome, and the car's weight is noticeable when you're pushing it to its limits. One might argue that comparing the RS7 to lighter, more track-focused cars is unfair, and they'd be right. The RS7 isn't just about speed and performance. It's about luxury and comfort. It's about cruising down the highway in a car that's as comfortable as it is powerful. And in that regard, the RS7 excels. In the end, the Audi RS7 might not be the fastest car on the track, but it's far from slow. It's a car that offers a unique blend of luxury and performance. And for many, that's more than enough. The RS7 is a car that doesn't need to be the fastest to be appreciated. It's a car that's loved for what it is, not for what it isn't. The Audi RS7 might not be the fastest, but it's a car that combines luxury with performance. Swishing. So there you have it. 5 cars that non-car guys think are fast. We navigated the terrain of the Misunderstood Mustang, the Deceptive Dodge Charger, the Overrated Subaru WRX, and the Illusory Audi RS7. Each car, a story of perception clashing with reality, reminding us that a car's reputation doesn't always align with its actual performance. It's essential to look beyond the veneer of speed to appreciate the true character of a car. Remember, speed isn't everything. Sometimes it's the character of the car that truly makes it special.